Hello friends, now I am going to start advantages of cooperative society. So here I will discuss about advantages. See, there are 12 points given in your textbook for explaining advantages of cooperative society. First, it's easy formation process. See, in the characteristics we have discussed that legal formalities are required but not more. Only one thing we need to do, that we need to submit the papers for registration with the registrar of cooperative societies. He is the official person to give permission to form the cooperative society. Here, minimum 10 persons are required to join voluntarily this cooperative society, and on that permission it will be registered, right? So no more lengthy legal procedure is required as like any big company is needed to do, right? So it's easy formation process we can understand. Okay. Second point is perpetual existence. Now the question comes, what's the meaning of perpetual? Perpetual means long term existence. In partnership we have understood that anytime if any partner leave the firm or if he die, anyhow, if he is removed by other partners from the firm, in all the situations the firm's existence is going to over. But in cooperative society it is not happening, because in characteristics we have understood that it has separate identity from the members' identity. As a legal person, cooperative society take existence, right my friends? So cooperative society is registered as its own name. It get separate legal existence as the legal person from their members. Any members removal, resigning or death will not affect to the existence of society. So in that way society lives for long up to its dissolution may not done. So the dissolution of the company makes a problem for the existence, but if it is not dissolved, then it will continue in the legal manner, right my friends? Okay. The third advantage is open membership. Minimum membership is given 10, but maximum membership is not given here in law, that you understand. The membership is open for all who have common interest. The religion, caste, class, sex, means gender, economic condition is not become hurdles in getting membership of any society for any person. Remember this thing. Next point, limited liability of members. See, we have already understood that every member will be given specific shares. So their liability remained on them only up to their purchased shares, not more than that. Right my friends? So keep in your mind, that the cooperative society is creating limited liability only, but in the partnership and the sole proprietorship we have understood that their liability remain unlimited up to the end of the financial liabilities, right? But here it is not arising. The fifth point is government assistance. Now you understand one thing. If any sole proprietorship or the partnership wants to get the government assistance, it becomes difficult. But to provide financial support to the society, it is sometimes become easy for government in case of cooperative society, because the cooperative society is developed on a base of serve to all. This is the motto. No progress without cooperation is a motto of them. So in that way, government can help them for their member oriented activity, members upliftment supportive activity, and service oriented activities, right my friend? This assistance is in form of loan, grant and subsidy. Keep in your mind, when this assistance is going to be given to them, it will be given to them in form of loan, grant and subsidy. So all the way it is a help to the society to uplift and develop, nothing else. The sixth point is democratic management. Now you understand that we have studied that cooperative society is called training school of democracy. So every member can contest election, can cast a vote, can participate in discussion and can elect representatives for themselves in society, so they can develop themselves. Here executive committee who works for the society will be elected by members, and it is done in the democratic manner. So in this society the democratic management remain exist. No requirement of anyone's permanent appointment is there. Every year new committee comes in democratic way by electing their members sitting in the committee to work for administrative functioning, right my friends? And it is done by election. So the democratic management is exist here. Okay. Less administrative expenses, the other advantage. Understand this. The cooperative society is based on the principle of thrift. Means most probably members are giving their honorary services for the management of the society. So economical expenses are less, advertisement expenses are not incurred. So in that way most of the members working in the administration of the society are originally member of the society. So from home no one can get salary. no one will get salary, but they will try to reduce the expense. We think that if in our home we put the water bucket from one place to another place, are we going to ask to our family members to give us money? The reply is no. Same way, other family members, if are doing any activity in the family, nobody will ask, nobody will give them any money. Means where we are living or where we are connecting to each other, nobody will ask for money. That we have to understand. So here, same way, every member is supportive each other honorarily. So no more expenses will be burden on company to run the administration. Right, my friends? Next point is special class of customers. See, every society develop mainly from members, and when members, for members they are working, their own members they are working, so their members are the customer. Remember, members are specific and they are only purchasing from their own society, so their paying is less than from retail market. As any customer society, customer cooperative society has developed, the members will be customer jointly in a lot of the goods. The goods will come in the society, will be purchased on most lowest rate for the benefit of the member. So in that way, what you will see, that the society works very well. They are selling the goods to only their members, and members are purchasing from the society. So the money will come back in the society, what they have paid to the trader or the wholesaler. In that way, some profit may also remain with the society, and the profit will also distribute within the members. So in that way, here the customers are coming as a special customer because they are member of the society, right? The ninth point is strong competitors against trading organizations. Remember, a cooperative society can stand as the strong competitor. Why? Because they are working for the economic upliftment of members. They will purchase the goods from the wholesaler in a large number as their total number of the members. So, which things is sold in any trading place at specific amount, it has been sold to this society on any other special amount. So per unit price will be less to the society because it was bulk purchase, and in that case the special price is quoted in the case of that society. So their member will not go to purchase to the other trading center, but they will purchase from the society because the product is coming to the society at the lowest rate. So it is a benefit to the society. So in that way, the same product from the market is coming by higher rate than the members purchasing rate, right? So in that way, they are strong competitor to traders, right, my friends? Here the price is special, yet I am not saying the profit will not be there. Profit will be there, but profit will be differently counted, right? Okay, let's come to the 10th point, welfare activities for the society. See, cooperative society works with the welfare, the motto of welfare of the people. who are their member. So they are conducting some welfare activities like medical diagnosis camp. This is a welfare work for the members only. It will be done at lowest fees, because when it is done for the people, the doctors who will come in such camp will charge most of the lowest fees. So the fees for the members will be less than in general manner. At the same doctor's clinic, the charges may be more, but not at here. Okay. Sometimes some camps are arranged free of cost. For what? For benefit of the member. Also providing services for dispensary, services to the schools, services to the gardens are done. It is a welfare of society in a whole, not for only member but for the welfare of the people also. They are working. It is required to know, right? They are trying to maintain the public places clean. They are trying to maintain the peace, harmony in the society by helping each other. So in that way, it is a benefit to the society in a whole. The 11th point is, I have already stated in the characteristic that it is a training school for the member in democratic way. Why? Because they are taking part in administration, they are taking part in working. So in that way, they get best training for doing the leadership also. So in that way, it is benefited to the society in a whole, right? How to cast the vote, how to elect the member, how to work with each other, everything the member can learn here. In that way, it is useful to them. The 12th point is coming. Economic upliftment and growth of member is seen here. See, minimum membership is 10 member, we have stated, but cooperative society give important contribution for growth of their member, like supply of the product day to day for consumable product, right, at most lowest price, we have stated earlier. Also prevent exploitation of consumer by the broker or the trader, and the best benefit to the members will be given here. Okay. In the same way, the cooperative society of producer can supply raw materials to their industrial members, so the product can be done at lowest price and can come in the market at the lowest price. So the whole society will be benefited with the low rates. Okay. Sometimes the prices for member is always as much as low. Some small producer can produce goods in easy way, can realize economic growth by reducing the cost also. So the cooperative society can work for the benefit of and the progress of whole society in field of sugar industries, in field of milk industries, in field of cotton textile, in field of jute textile. We can see these days the cooperatively they are working together and all are developing in their own way. It is an economic welfare of the member also. It can be seen here, right my friends? So now I have completed here the explanation of advantages of cooperative society. Now I am explaining limitations of cooperative society. So the first limitation is limitation of capital. Remember, when by the shares we can get equity shares, I am saying we can get lots of the money from the share market, but here only the money will brought by the members will become the capital. So the limitation of capital will also seen here, because the price of the share is low, the members are coming from the poor class, and less attraction of purchase share. Due to that, here the people are not interested. Sometimes it is seen, and sometimes people are only thinking about economical benefit, not looking to their large welfare. So here the creation of the good capital is become difficult here. That I want to say. Another point I want to say is lack of efficient management. See, here the members are serving as voluntarily and honorary for reducing expense of the society. So sometimes they are not maybe more better skilled, they may not take personal interest for development of the society. Due to the inefficiency and less experience, it creates problem for upliftment of the society. Sometimes lack of the specialized knowledge sometimes is not seen here, and business experiences is not seen properly. Now you understand that when the person is working honorarily, he will not give his best. It may be seen what he will do for specialized charges. Here it is not possible to get. So he will do in a general manner as it is possible to do. Okay. So less attraction for work here. Sometimes due to the less experience, mismanagement takes place. Sometimes personal interest, groupism, minority majority becomes the reason of the politics arise in society also, and it harm to the motto of cooperation with each other. Right, my friends? The third point is political interference. Sometime in dairy industries we can see the elections are taking place in the political parties manner. So the functioning in the political influences create harm to the motto of cooperation to each other. In that way, the result of democratic values will be reduced, and political parties are involving in getting control over large members having cooperative society, and it is becoming dangerous for the existence of the welfare of members, and the democratic value will be lost when the political parties enter. Right, my friends? In some dairies we can see, in some banks we can see. So it is not easily forgettable, and it is necessary to take in mind that nowadays sometimes dairies become the place of politics. Right? The last point of the limitation is non-cooperation among members. See, when the members are divided in groups, divided in selfish attitude, then the cooperative culture will not develop within them, and it creates danger to them. It cannot give benefit for cooperation to each other. That I want to say. Right, my friends? So remember, politics, selfishness, conflict, groupism are the danger to the development of cooperative society. Okay, friends.